First, we need to locate Aquarius in the ancient Egyptian constellation chart. Aquarius is not shown, but he should be located in between from Aquila to the Square of Pegasus in the Western constellation section and across on the Egyptian section. It will be the giant, which is number 9. Now we have to find the giant in the heavens. Here, the giant appears to be in the smiting pose. The giant Egyptian name is Necht. Here are some of the definitions of Necht in the Egyptian Hieroglyphics Dictionary. Necht overall means mighty and strong. In Middle Egyptian, it means victorious and champion. The upraised arm is composed of a few stars located in Aquarius's outstretched arm. Sad al-Sud is one, for example. Here, from the Coptic mansions of the moon, from Capricorn to Pisces, we have a reference to the arm. With more research, I came across this book, and by surprise, I came across this page that mentions Aquarius not being a water carrier, but a man holding up a club with his right arm and with his left grasping a gazelle. The next page mentions the arm and sacrifice. So far, we've found Aquarius in his original form, but do we have any more proof as to why Aquarius is in the smiting pose? According to the Jewish calendar, the month Shavat is the month of Aquarius. It's said that the meaning of Shavat is derived for instruments used in beating and striking. So we have seen that the month of Aquarius, who is the Egyptian constellation of the strong arm coinciding with the etymology of Shavat, which means to beat or strike. Now the question is, are these good or bad attributes? Let's talk about a very ancient Egyptian king named King Narmer. He is seen in a smiting pose on the famous Narmer palette. Narmer name is said to mean stinging catfish or raging catfish. According to Egyptian scholars, Fomalhaut, the brightest star in the southern fish below Aquarius, was a malignant influence. It represented violence and death, and Egyptians abstained from eating fish, out of dread and abhorrent, and when the latter would represent anything as odious or express hatred by hieroglyphics, they painted a fish. Judging by the hieroglyph of the fish and the attributes of Fomalhaut, we can clearly see that King Narmer and Aquarius are not that good in certain aspects when it comes to character and action. Did the Jews steal the arm of God from the Egyptians? Behold, the Lord God comes with might, and his arm rules for him. When the Bible talks about God's right arm, it refers to his powerful ruling arm, his justice, his holiness, and his strength. God is like that. He is all that and more. We also know that God helped the Israelites with his powerful outstretched arm. When it comes to Israel's rescue out of the grip of Egypt, a continual phrase keeps reappearing. Deuteronomy 5:15 is an example. Here, Moses tells the Israelites, "Remember that thou was a servant in the land of Egypt, and the Lord thy God brought thee out thence by a mighty hand and by an outstretched arm." Professor James Hoffmeyer, an Old Testament scholar and Egyptologist, writes, "It is not until the Middle Kingdom, 1970, 1800 BCE, that we begin to see expressions related to the conquering arm of Pharaoh appearing. This continues with even greater frequency in the New Kingdom. The arm of God versus the arm of Pharaoh in the Exodus narratives. In Egyptian records, Pharaohs Thutmose II and IV are named the Mighty of Arm. Senusret I is lauded in the hymn of Sinuhe for strong arm, a champion with arm outstretched. Relief representations of pharaohs smiting their enemies with their right hand are also common. In no other ancient Near Eastern culture do we encounter such portrayals of the right hand. Berman writes, "It is specific to Egypt, and especially Egypt, in the New Kingdom period. And what do we see in the Torah? This pharaonic phrase turned on its head. It is God, by his outstretched arm, that destroys the Pharaoh." In conclusion, we see the one with the mighty arm still reigning in the sky and on the walls of Egypt. The Aquarius as the giant and mighty man is not forgotten and will forever be known as the Great One.